Deep three at the buzzer. Good. A three at the buzzer. Everything going right so far as they've extended the lead. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
It's time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The East All-Stars will start the second half with a decent lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. These are the guys getting buckets for the East. The West would rather be on the opposite end of the scoreboard. Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments. Have a look at the leading scorers for the West.
Game track. Points in the paint.
The West All-Stars were non-existent in the paint defensively through the first 2 quarters. You can't give up easy points and expect to have success. They allow most of those interior points in the opening quarter.
Player of the half.
Joel Embiid did a great job of reading the defense and exploiting the opportunities where he can make the most damage. He's definitely feeling it.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
It's James controlling the offense. To Irving. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Irving to James. He throws it down.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
Giannis with it up top. His guys lead here, early stages, third quarter. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Giannis Antetokounmpo trying to cash in on the 3-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw good to cap off the 3-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter. Lebron into the front court. Looking to make something happen.
I told you the screen was coming.
Baseline drive. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
George, tough matchup against Durant. To Curry. Nothing going here on that drive. Steph Curry, 4 out of 7. His instincts are unnatural, but what makes him so good given the work he's put in?
The special thing about Stephen Curry is that his entire life he has practiced great habits. A lot of players practice and get up shots, but they don't practice the right habits, and that comes with the lineage. His father, Dale Curry, making sure that he puts in the time and effort, but the proper skill with the time and the effort.
And the rebound comes down to Curry.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Adetokunbo. And throws it down.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Hey, lock up.
And a whistle.
Just a tic-tac foul.
George to Adetokunbo. Deep two there, won't go.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Durant shakes free and hits.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
And he's going to the line to shoot.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big... lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Off the mark on the first free throw.
Got this.
Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Curry into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Knocked loose. Irving. Oh, he couldn't get it to go.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
To James. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
It's really a dope thing when passing becomes infectious. But don't become overly passive. Still take your shots when they're there.
Screen coming, screen.
Driving right to the basket. Kawhi Leonard able to recover with the block.
Are you
Fourth
serious?
this contest. Free throws coming up.
I don't mind that effort at all. At least they're still out here competing on the defensive end.
Stephen Curry at the line for 2 shots. He's perfect from the line so far. First free throw is good. And he makes them both.
Good shot.
LeBron James with the rock. To Durant. Nikola Jokic sends it away.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Curry to bring it up. His guys holding the big lead. They get it to George down low. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
And hits the first free throw.
Good shot.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Irving into the front court. His guys down big. Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Curry into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Embiid. Curry. Steph Curry. With that, he's 5 for 9.
Curry, obviously the greatest shooter we've ever seen. Yeah, I said it. But he's so good at driving and using his body to shield off the contact.
Pick.
And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up. Couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 73%. Misses the first.
Nice and buttery, soft and buttery, soft and buttery.
Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip.
Stop the ball, stop the ball.
Paul George to Curry. Fine to shoot. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Hey, watch this screen left.
Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Adetokunbo to Paul George. Great feed. Sets it up. Slams it down. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
James into the front court. Down a bundle. Nicole.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Jay, they're lucky they get the ball back. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Lillard. Oh, ferocious slam inside. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
To Griffin.
Be alert, here it comes. Be alert. If I need help, double, I need help, double.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on a defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
And he misses that one free throw. To Lillard.
Help, get mine, get back.
It's James. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
It's Russ at the controls. To Vucevic. Curry. Jay, I don't know if you call that the shooter's touch, but they will take it.
Well, essentially, the touch did help the ball go in, Ed. I don't know. I might have to agree to disagree on that one.
Match up, match up, match up. What's that screen?
James to Durant. Fires the three, and Kevin Durant, all in one motion, hits it off the catch and shoot.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
To Griffin.
Oh, yeah, let's double shot me. Yep.
Curry. To Vucevic. Steph Curry, defended by Towns.
Watch the cutter coming through. Bump.
Goes to the left side. Short jumper won't go down.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still, you got to make that one.
Lillard takes aim at Steph Curry. James to Lillard for three, and Damian Lillard, right in his wheelhouse, hits the catch-and-shoot three.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
To Adetokunbo. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. To Lillard. Rises for the slam.
And a lot of folks last year, including myself, were surprised that Dame was named first-team All-NBA ahead of Russell Westbrook. Look, I love Dame's game, but come on, man. Russ averaged a triple-double for the second season in a row. Stop it.
Curry with the basketball. The lead is 15. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To James. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down. Simply put, can you build a franchise around Blake Griffin right now?
No, not right now. I think he's starting to get to the latter part of his career. I think he could be a key cog in a championship team, but just not the main guy.
2-point shot for Curry. Add 2 points to the board.
I hear so many players talk about, oh, my skill set is this or my skill set is that. How about your skill set is your effort on the defensive end? That's something we don't talk about as much as we need to.
We get a whistle and a timeout as they'll get a minute to regroup and talk things over. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Watch this screen left.
Simmons to James. 4-3. Clear by Middleton. It's Westbrook. Rebound LeBron. To Simmons. Oh, Ben Simmons. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
Man, he got blown by on that one. But sometimes those plays can spark the defender to buckle down and give way more effort to not be embarrassed like that ever again.
Russell Westbrook with the rock. Trying to cash in. Shot by Westbrook off the mark. Harden with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Here comes the screen. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
a turnover.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort, it's off the charts.
Westbrook into the front court. His guy's up by 15. To Adetokunbo. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Throws it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Westbrook with it. Counting down toward a minute to play in this third quarter. Karl Anthony Towns tips it. From the painted area, won't go down. Oh, emphatic slam.
It seems like yesterday I was rapping with this kid during the NBA pre-draft workout. He looked scrawny. Nobody knew if he could really make it. But the arrow continues to point straight up for Dame Lillard. Another terrific season. A first-time All-NBA first-team player. Tied for 4th in the league in scoring last year. This kid is no doubt about it. Dame time.
Westbrook with the basketball. His team on top by 13. Oh, nice find for the basket.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Westbrook across the timeline. Shot clock turned off as they try to extend the lead.
Trap.